and it took us years to get everything back. Unfortunately, not everybody is as lucky as we are. My wife's grandfather used to be one of the largest landowners in Honduras, and over the years, due to natural and man-made disasters and old-fashioned property theft, he lost over half his properties. I built my company, Delnorte, on the notion of creating wealth and security for the people. We have worked with multiple governments in Latin America to create pilot programs to show how you can take documents like deeds, titles, IDs, convert them to NFTs, and provide the same security of the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other networks, which have never been hacked, to your own personal data. Now, I'm proud to announce that we are expanding in El Salvador nationally, and over the course of the next 3 years, we will have the entire country tokenized.
Wow. Oh, wow.
We're also expanding, hopefully soon, in the United States with multiple pilots across various states. And in the next couple of years, you won't need to know how to code. You'll just use AI to create tokenized communities with microeconomies. So things like the wildfire in LA, a celebrity will be able to tokenize everybody who's affected, put out on their social media signal, and then everybody who donates, the money will go directly to their whitelisted wallets, and the people affected by the disaster will get the money directly to them, minus tiny % fees. Versus today, if you donate to one of these organizations, maybe the people who are affected get 10% or less. So that is what we're doing here. My project, nobody believed that this would be possible. In fact, Nick, when I told him about it back in, I think 2018, right? He laughed at it too. He was like, no, he said no government would ever accept this. So now, I think, certainly with yesterday Trump announcing and launching his coin, which is, I think, up now 15,000%.
Oh,
yeah. And
16.
How much?
16,000.
60?
16,000.
Oh, 16, yeah. Okay, so it was 15 an hour ago. That's when I checked. We're launching our coin, and that one, actually right there. And we're backed by governments, like multiple governments, endorsed, everything like that. And we worked countless hours with attorneys, spent a stupid amount of money on this stuff to make sure it's all legal and everything. And still, you know, you make one wrong word, you make one wrong move in the United States, and you go to jail because you solicited, investors and stuff like that. And it's not, all of this is designed not for the billionaires, it's designed for regular people to stay out of the system. Because if you're an accredited investor, you can invest into anything. It's assumed that you're smart enough to know the risks. And if you're not, well, then you are locked out of the system completely. Because you're too poor and too stupid, at least according to the government. Which is why all of these regulations and all of these rules and I think, 40,000 IRS agents that they hired? There's only like 2,000 billionaires in the whole world. So is it 20 IRS agents per billionaire? Because only like half of them live in the United States. And the 68 or something. he gets bulk of the IRS agents. Yeah, and the $600 rule. If you do more than $600 of transactions in you get paid in like PayPal or one of these, your Shopify stores or whatever, more than $600, you have to report it to the IRS. How many billionaires do you know who do under $600 of transactions a year? So yeah, it's not designed for them. It's designed for everybody else. But hopefully now, with this new administration, that will change. And projects like mine and like many others will be able to actually thrive and really create wealth for the common people. Because, the only thing that's stopping us from doing this is a very small swath of individuals who are getting paid by another small group of individuals to make sure that everybody else is not able to do what they want to do. Historically, every fiat currency has gone down to nothing. If you look at Dow Jones from just 50 years ago, I think only one company is still there. It's all new companies now. So the reality is, I'm not as doom and gloom as Nick is. We vote with whatever currency we use every day. It's not just casting a ballot for Trump or whoever once every 4 years. Every time you go shopping, you vote. Every time you buy something, you're paying this or you're paying that. You don't like Facebook? Don't use their products. You don't like Google? Don't use their products. There is a lot of alternatives, and now it's easier than ever, especially with AI. You could just literally just talk and the code will be made for you. So I do think the future is a lot brighter than you think. I've seen it, I'm building it. And I do think people eventually, like in the UK, will be uncomfortable enough to make that switch in places that are not as free as our country. They will be uncomfortable enough to make that switch, and even in places like North Korea, they still get pockets of the internet. So information is still very accessible everywhere. You might have to search for it a little bit harder in some places, but it's very doable, and it's not that difficult anymore. And with cryptocurrencies, I mean, all you need is smartphone, which I think it's 95% penetration around the world at this point. So yeah, whoever